Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members and staff of the university, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It's customary for the university and its guests to gather as a body for the purpose of conferring academic awards on its graduates. To members of a university, a ceremony for the conferring of awards is a particularly important and happy occasion in the university year. To all of you, I extend a warm welcome. To graduands and graduates, I offer congratulations and best wishes. This afternoon, we've gathered in order that awards may be conferred on those who have satisfied the Council of the University that they have met the requirements for admission to awards undertaken within the faculties of Education and Nursing. The University's mission commits it to the provision of quality education, research training and service in partnership with industry, commerce and the community, regionally, nationally and internationally, and the continuous improvement and review of this provision. The university has a commitment to the advancement and transmission of knowledge by the pursuit, recognition, and the achievement of excellence in scholarship, research, and teaching. This will be evidenced in the course of today's ceremony. Education today is about the acquisition of lifelong learning skills. Today is a beginning, not the end. I believe that the awards to be conferred upon our graduands and graduates today will qualify them to make significant contributions in the local, national, and in the case of some, the international community. Lastly, I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their testamers today that as graduates and diplomats of the university, you automatically become members of convocation. You thus join some 40,000 other graduates and have an opportunity through elected representatives to become involved in the governance of the university. Through convocation, you will also be kept informed of activities and developments at the university. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to present two candidates for the university's awards for excellence in teaching.
Chancellor, I present to you Associate Professor Douglas Absalom in the Faculty of Education to receive the University's Award for Excellence in Teaching. Associate Professor Douglas John Absalom has demonstrated broadly based excellence in teaching, particularly in the teaching of English as a second language and in workplace literacy. His teaching has been within the university and in settings in industry, institutions and overseas. He has combined teaching and research and has applied his research outcomes to the continuous improvement of his teaching. Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present Associate Professor Douglas John Absalom as a recipient for the University's Award for Excellence in Teaching. Chancellor, I present to you Mr. David Corney, a lecturer in the Faculty of Education, to receive the University's Award for Excellence in Teaching. David Corney is widely acknowledged as a teacher of outstanding ability. His enthusiasm, scholarship and creative teaching strategies have influenced the pre-service training of thousands of teaching trainees, and his commitment to the welfare of students has been the hallmark of his distinguished career. Within the university, he has made continuing and sustained contributions to course development and course management. Beyond the university, his influence is extensive. In the areas of primary and early childhood education, he has delivered innovative professional development workshops and seminars to literally thousands of teachers throughout Australia. In addition, the record of national and international demand of his published material is an indication of the support the professional world accords his scholarship, creative teaching ideas and practical expertise. David Corney is recognised as an inspirational teacher and an exemplary leader in the fields in which he works. Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present Mr. David Eric Corney as a recipient for the University's Award for Excellence in Teaching.
By the authority conferred upon me by the Council, I will now formally confer academic awards. Will all candidates for admission to degrees and other awards please stand? In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confer the awards specified in the programme on all those graduands and graduates who are present today, and in absentia on those unable to be present. I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Education to present diplomats and graduates from that faculty.
Councillor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied requirements for the award of the Diploma in Teaching in the Specialisation of Early Childhood Education, Barbara James. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Education in the Specialisation of Early Childhood Education, Philip Anderson. Kylie Armstrong McDonald. Nataria Bentham. Anita Bergquist. Julianne Boyd. Karen Brooks. Sally Brown. Louise Burgess. Marianne Burns. Alice Chesney. Julie Chesworth. Suzanne Coates. Susan Connellan. Megan Cooper. Donna Cullen. Jacinta Dale. Penny Dimmock. Katie Dunlop. Melissa Elkin. Melissa Frenze. Katie Freeman. Jodie Holt. Romain Hefzibar Hoyle. Suzanne Isherwood. Anne Lavis. Kylie McGregor. Christine Perkins. Suzanne Rayburn. Nicole Snook. Cameron Taylor. Elizabeth Traynor. Melanie Turner. Michelle Walters. Kylie Wells. With Honours Class 2, Division 2, Julie Dunleavy. Leanne Murray. With Honours Class 2, Division 1, Nerida Haynes. Jane Sylvester. With Honours Class 1, Leanne Proud. Jennifer Smith. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Education in the specialisation of Primary Education. Tina Altonen. Amanda Jane Allen. Kylie Allardyce. Virginia Best. David Braggett. Jason Bruff. Colleen Brown. Janice Brown. Nicole Clark. Susan Clayton. Jody Clements. Philip Cook. Sharon Cunningham. Natalie Day. Jean-Christophe Devosine. Cameron Dilly. Michelle Dobson. Catherine Donnelly. Jocelyn Essex. Fiona Galt. Jacqueline Griebert. Anne-Marie Green. David Hancock. Kristen Hebel. Scott Hopper. Nicole Hughes. Lisa Jamison. Rebecca Jervis. Joanne Jones. Rachel Kelly. Kim Kirby. Nathan Leadbeater. Tony Lee. Alison Lewis. Kim Liversley. Trinity MacDonald. Siobhan McCorriston. Julie Mitchell. Nicole Perrin. Rebecca Plowman. Grant Quinn. Selena Ring. Tracy Hawthorne Sade. Adam Scott. Kiralee Tom. Alison Tiplady. Alyssa Tucker. Kirsty Turner. With Honours Class 2, Division 2, Natalie Johnson. Patricia Lonergan Howard. Debbie Milligan. Emily Rossington. With Honours Class 2, Division 1, Linda Brislane. Nicole Fairbank. Kelly Gardner. Megan Gray. Gail Hamer. Janelle Moore. Yvette Schuller. Michelle Tideman. With Honours Class 1, Alison Campbell. Carol Jordan. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Educational Studies, Susan Berry. Jan Butcher. Gail Gunning. Suzanne Page. Helen Tucker. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied requirements for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Educational Studies in the specialisation of Design and Technology, Eugenia McKinnon. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Educational Studies in the specialisation of Computer Education, Helen Lacey. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Educational Studies in the specialisation of Special Education, Jennifer Chidgey Hayden. Fiona Drummond. Wendy Simpson. And with merit, Catherine Arena. Nicole Evans. Jason Hughes. Ingrid Courts. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied requirements for the award of the Diploma in Education in the specialisation of Primary Education, Jennifer Abbott. Gregory Anderson. Caitlin Best. Jane Curran. Belinda Forbes. Lisa Garrity. Lisa Matthews. Loretta McKee. Nancy Yuan Chi Ng. John Pinkovich. Helen Stewart. Laverne Walton. And with merit, Michael Coleman. Merrin Gray. Judith Kett. Elizabeth Page. Robert Price. Jacqueline Worsdell. And in the specialisation of secondary education, Richard Lee. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Educational Studies, Elizabeth Baird. Janice Cummings. Megan Elliott. Margaret Finucane. John Franks. Larissa Hartigan. Christopher Lovell. Wendy Mason. Kenneth Page. Nigel Peterson. Sharon Roachford. Ellen Sheeran. Neil Strang. Lynn Wilson. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Special Education, Dione King. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the diplomates and graduates of the Faculty of Education.
I call on the Deputy President of the Academic Senate to present Research Master's degree candidates.
Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Early Childhood. I present to you Gertrude Mader, who holds the Diploma in Primary Teaching from the Pedagogical Academy in Austria. Ms. Mader's thesis is on parents' reasons in the Hunter area for choosing a Montessori school, a Steiner school, or homeschooling for early schooling of their children. Ms. Mader. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the degree of Master of Industrial Education. I present to you Paul Malcolm Stewart, who holds the Diploma in Teaching. Mr. Stewart's thesis is on the development of industrial arts teaching education in Newcastle, 1949 to 1994. Mr. Stewart. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Masters Research students.
I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Nursing to present diplomates and graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied requirements for the award of the Diploma in Health Science in the specialisation of nursing. Lindy Andrews. Stuart Archer. Stephen Curtis. Justin Delacca. Fiona Faber. Elisa Gomez Morgan. Linda Grout. Rachel Hambleton. Kylie Hinton. Kayleen Lane. Shirley McNamara. Kelly Randall. Renee Robin. Gerard Ryan. Megan Stanton. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Nursing, Robert Ratcliffe. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Nursing in the specialisation of Advanced Nursing Practice, Diana Marshall. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Nursing in the specialisation of Aged Care, Donna Klukas. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied requirements for the award of Graduate Diploma in Nursing in the specialisation of Midwifery, Nicole Conning. Patricia Greenwell. Elizabeth Hopkins. Michelle Johnson. Karen McLaughlin. Nolene White. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Nursing in the specialisation of Psychiatric Mental Health. Terence Carroll. Joanne Lebrun. Diane Powell. Wenda Wilkes. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the diplomates and graduates from the Faculty of Nursing.
Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting to you Dr. Nished Suntornpitag for admission to the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. Dr. Nished Suntornpitag was born on the 5th of August 1935 in the province of Konkan in Thailand. He commenced his schooling at the School of Temples in his local village and attended secondary school in Korat before commencing his university studies in Bangkok. From an early age, Dr. Suntornpitag excelled in science and mathematics. His first degree was a Bachelor of Science in Physics from Chulalongkorn University in 1957, followed by a Master of Arts in Teaching in Physical Science from Michigan State University in 1963. In 1974, he received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the University of Southern California. After obtaining his bachelor's degree, Dr. Suntornpitag was appointed by the Thailand Ministry of Education as head of the Department of Science at Nakorn Razima Teachers College. In 1968, he was promoted to the position of director of the college, followed by periods as superintendent of the Department of Teacher Training and president of the Pranakon Sri Aithia Teachers College. The next stage of his career, 1979 to 1983, was a particularly exciting one for Dr. Suntornpitag. With only 3.5 years, he simultaneously established the Bangkok Planetarium and the first science museum in Thailand, from the turning of the first sod for the building. At the same time, he directed the Centre for Educational Innovation and Technology, served as Deputy Director of the Institute for the Promotion of Teaching Science and Technology, and established a Children's Centre for Natural History and Culture. The recognition accorded Dr. Suntornpitag for his groundbreaking achievements was reflected at the time in his invitation to present a keynote address towards 2000 to an international conference on science museums in Mexico City. It is further reflected in his invitation to become a member of the executive of the Professional Association for Science Museums of the World. But Dr. Suntornpitag's achievements and accolades had only just begun. In 1983, he was appointed in the Ministry of Education to the position of Deputy Director General of the Department of Non-Formal Education. Then in 1986 to Deputy Director General in the Department of Curriculum and Instruction. He served as Ministerial Inspector and Director of the Office of Moral Development, 1990 to 1993, and in 1993 was promoted to Director General of the Department of Teacher Training. Within 2 years, he had founded special centres of science and technology in 13 of the 36 colleges of the Rajbat Institute and had procured substantial World Bank funding for staff development. Earlier this year, he learned that funding had been approved for the additional 17 centres which he had recommended, a remarkable achievement. Dr. Suntornpitag has also contributed actively to community development. Since 1980, he has served as chairman of the Foundation for Life and Social Education, and since 1986, he has been chairman of the Foundation for Disadvantaged Children. This year, on the day he received the university's correspondence concerning the award of this honorary degree, he was elected to the Senate of the Government of Thailand and will hold this position for the next 4 years. The Universities Association with Dr. Sunton Pitag began in 1986 with the Faculty of Education of the former Hunter Institute of Higher Education. This has since grown to include involvement with the Faculty of Science and Mathematics. As a result of Dr. Sunton Pitag's foresight, we have had the advantage of cultural and education exchange across undergraduate, continuing professional development, and higher degree courses. The annual exchange of up to 25 undergraduate students and 12 teachers between the Faculty of Education and colleges of the Rajbat Institute continues. We have conducted substantial continuing professional development programs in various areas of science, mathematics and technology, and we receive sponsored master's students in the areas of special education and science. Our relationship with Thailand has blossomed with Dr. Sunton Pitag's assistance. Dr. Sunton Pitag has made a remarkable contribution not only to the advancement of teacher education in Thailand, but also to the provision of educational opportunity for citizens outside of the formal education system. Dr. Sunton Pitag has sought to improve the quality of life of his countrymen and women through his advocacy for environmental protection, for disadvantaged groups, and for the children of his country. He has provided spiritual, moral, and professional leadership, and we have been very proud indeed to work with him. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Dr. Nished Sunton Pitag for the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority delegated in me by the Council, I hereby admit Nished Sunton Pitag to the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to call on Dr. Sunton Pitag to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to have been given an opportunity to speak before this distinguished audience on this special occasion. First, I would like to express my deep gratitude and sincere thanks for the honorary degree conferred upon me by the University of Newcastle, which recognized as an institute of highest academic standard. I accept this special recognition with a sense of responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been generally known that human beings are individually different. If we regard individual genetics inheritance as being the work of nature, the way an individual is brought up, trained or educated can be seen as the work of man himself. Furthermore, man's different physically and mentally is the result of an accumulation of man's own conducts in his past and present life. Human beings are distinguished from other animals for the fact that animals live by their instincts. Shortly after birth, some animals are able to walk, swim, find food for themselves, and to help themselves in their natural ways. Human beings, however, depend on others for their survival for a considerable period after birth. but human beings are considered to be of higher order for the fact that humans alone possess elements of learning and self-development ability to develop themselves up to their full potential. The level of development depends mainly upon the conduct of each individual. Human beings are their endowed sensory organs, namely eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body to perceive. These organs are principal tools used for receiving data and information, for learning or seeking for knowledge, including sensing, passion, or feeling. Human behaviors are directed or dictated by these feelings. If man lacks learning and wisdom, craving and desires would dictate his feelings and behaviors, which would then endanger the man, society, and environments. Consequently, man cannot live harmoniously amid the environments with which life comes into contact and to which it is related. It is therefore essential for human beings to seek for knowledge and wisdom, using his learning faculty so that problems would be appropriately solved. The Venerable Prayutto, the Thai laureate of the UNESCO Prize for Peace Education 1994, defines education as the process of the development of mankind in order to uplift him above the dictatorial force of craving and desires, which leads him to seek for happiness and to avoid suffering on the basis of ignorance. Such seeking only leads to more suffering. Instead, education must guide man towards leading a life full of wisdom and love, so that man treats all things wholesomely, thus freeing from suffering and problem. In Buddhism, one important principle in educating people is to teach and train how to perceive, to act or react to all things correctly and appropriately. The emphasis is on empowering and strengthening the sila or precepts, the samadhi or meditation, and the panya or wisdom, at diminishing and eradicating of greed, hatred, and ignorance, which have always associated with human race of all ages, regardless how much material developments and progress achieved. Such human forms remain unchanged. The path to human development that would diminish suffering and nurture happiness seems to be the challenge to us all. How are we going to educate and train so that the human hearts and mind are uplifted to the level of detachment from the sources of human suffering aforementioned, so that men are less selfish and are proud and pleased to give? Due to scientific and technological development and progress, we are in the age of globalization. There are no real boundaries, no forts, nor fences to withstand the force and pleasures generated by numerous forms of communications. The four basic disciplines, namely food, clothing, housing, and medicine, are no exception. Other supporting elements are also affected by scientific and technological advancement. The world seems unbelievably smaller and smaller. We possibly know more about our people than about ourselves. The world is being flooded with data and information from all kinds of communication channels, such as satellite, email, computer network, etc. These advancements enable the world communication to function without any limitation in volume or size, distance or time. We are now forced to know many things we do not need to know. The quality of knowledge depends on the ability and capacity of data and information management and selection system. In the past, the amount of data and information was relatively limited. What we needed to learn for a normal living was not complicated. Nowadays, the amount of data and information is overwhelming. Each country is compelled to open itself for incoming information from all directions. Humans are encircled by technologies. If men fail to keep up with the use of advancing technology, they are bound to be left behind, and before long they would not be in any better position than that of the disabled. Thus, education needs to emphasize learning how to keep up with the pace of changes and how to adjust to such changes, how to analyze and synthesize. Education must concentrate on strengthening the power of rational thinking, which enables men to think, to do, and to solve problems correctly and fairly. The scientific process of teaching and learning appears to be of great value. If education management firmly follow the scientific method, the improvement of educational quality in this regard would definitely yield its golden fruits. Our students will undoubtedly be well prepared for the changing world. There was a period when we once had a common belief that it was considered good enough just to think and to do for oneself and one's community and one's country. But nowadays, such belief automatically fades away. The people of today need to have wider perspective. The stability, security, and well-being as well as prosperity of a country depend mainly on the friendly relationship with other countries in global community. And since major problems such as pollution, environment, deforestation, drugs, AIDS, population, terrorism, and nuclear problem, etc., all affect the whole world. Each problem cannot be regarded as being specific for any one locality or community or country. It must be seen as a shared common problem for the whole world. Under such circumstances, all educators need to think seriously about reforming education system and management and offer quality education to society, which would lead to effective problem solving, to mutual understanding, to shared responsibility, to mutual trust and sincerity, and to the feeling and sense of shared ownership of this world, and finally, to the acceptance that it is the duty and obligation of everyone, every group, and every nation to help create a peaceful world. Ladies and gentlemen, would it now be the right time for us all to think of education not just as a means of preparation for vocation and profession, for better occupational opportunity, or for better economic status? It is essential now to recharge and redirect the aim of education towards creating peace for oneself, for communities, for all sizes, and finally for the whole world. Our education must help diminish conflicts, narrow gaps, particularly between hearts and minds, to extend that men can live together peacefully and harmoniously. The type of education which creates only self-interest value in individual person and his own country must be replaced, because such education only leads to selfishness, to increasing conflicts, and to widening gaps. In the end, the fights for limited natural resources are unavoidable. The type of education which helps persons strive for happiness and comfort from various worldly materials would only lead to more craving for sense comfort. Such comfort and happiness would then lead to more destruction and exploitation for natural resources. more selfishness, and finally, to the path of suffering. Education should aim at guiding men to find happiness in hearts and mind, without too much dependence on material comforts, to read simple life, to eat and live with moderation, to be happy and contented in giving and sharing. Only this type of happiness will not be destructive to nature and environments. How can we educate and guide mankind so that man can make perfect harmony and balance? So man can make perfect harmony and balance, materially and spiritually, which would lead them to the state where happiness is easy to come by, while suffering is hardly found. This is indeed an everlasting, challenging question for mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciating nutritious values of good food we eat, knowing what to eat, eating and living with moderation, working, exercising and resting properly, all contribute to good health. Healthy body is undoubtedly related to the development of mind and mental health. The practices of sila or precepts, samadhi or meditation, and panya or wisdom aim at uplifting human minds and the eradication of kilesa, namely greed, hatred, and ignorance. In our daily life, if we conform our deeds with virtues and wholesome value, it means we practice Dhamma. Working can be regarded as practicing Dhamma. In so doing, the state of mind is calm and contented, free of worrying and fears. With such a quality of mind and body, a person will certainly live a happy life. Ladies and gentlemen, the Faculty of Education and Nursing, in my opinion, it is indeed closely related to such situation and ideas just described. All of you who are associated with this organization have started to follow a noble path. You must continue along this path because it is the path of great value of mankind, and you are destined to cope with and care for the most important parts of human lives, namely the body and the mind, leading and helping people to the state of the sound mind in a sound body. In this wide and boundless world, tasks and toys and problems of changing forms forever remain challenging. May you always be lucky, happy, and successful in performing all works of wonder awaiting. May your analytics and synthetic powers be strengthened, precise, and crystal clear for your shining days in years to come, and above all, for the peace of our world. Thank you.
Dr. Santon Pitag, thank you very much for that uplifting address. It was a marvellous thread. The level of human development depends upon each person's efforts. Educate so that the human heart is uplifted with less selfish actions. Keep up with advancing technology. Look after, through that technology, the world in which we live. A shared ownership of the world with education as the tool for peace and spiritual happiness. I must say I really enjoyed that message, and it's very important to us. Thank you very much. I now have great pleasure in inviting Ms. Alison Campbell to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, friends and fellow graduates. I remember the first time I experienced the purpose of the course I was in, to teach. We were assigned a small group of children to teach a 15-minute lesson on symmetry, which was to be videoed for assessment. We gathered together in trepidation at the thought of actually teaching 4 children. Looking at my class of 32 today, it really sounds like heaven. We worked together to prepare the lesson. We ensured we captured each other's best sides on the video we took of each other, admired each other's teaching expertise, and finally empathised with each other in the realisation that these children were not the angels that we had been at school. We did in fact care about each other. This was the reason we were in our chosen course. Each person graduating here today has chosen to join professions with the purpose of caring for others. Some 4 or more years ago, we came to university from a diversity of backgrounds, some bringing a wealth of experience and a maturity of purpose, others fresh from school with a youthful exuberance to change the world, and many falling somewhere in between. Each graduate here today has their own story, their own university experience and their own record of achievement. In many ways it seemed difficult to draw on a common thread, but I believe that we all came to university with the common goal to learn and to ultimately build a better future through caring for others. When we consider the courses which we have undertaken, the common thread which binds the students graduating today is that we have been prepared to join the ranks of caring professionals. Just as we have been prepared to care for others, our university has unique qualities in the way that we have been prepared. The University of Newcastle has developed an impressive reputation for the experience-based approach adopted by many of its faculties. The faculties from which we are graduating today encompass this philosophy in the preparation of students for their professional careers. I am sure many of us are looking back in gratitude that we have already been through the initial trauma and steep learning curves that were required in the practical applications of our courses while still at university. It has made the real world an easier place to deal with. Because of this preparation, we have been able to develop with confidence and an awareness of the quality work required for our chosen course. Our time spent at the University of Newcastle has extended far beyond the lecture theatre and the library, however. A complete education requires more than academic development. It offers us the chance to enrich our life by sharing it with others. In this way, university life, Thursday night at the bar on the hill, lunchtime aerobic sessions at the gym, the week in Jindabyne with the ski club, membership of artistic, religious and political groups, has taught us to accept and appreciate the richness and diversity of human life and helped us develop as well-balanced and aware people. The strongest friendships people experience are formed in our youth, and I am sure each of us will leave the university with quality friendships and memories that will carry and support us in the coming years. A steady stream of faxes between Newcastle and Broken Hill are certainly maintaining a personal friendship for me, as well as an exchange of classroom resources between 2 schools. Today is an opportunity to thank those who have made this day possible, the educators, families and friends who fill this auditorium. As we prepare ourselves to care for others, we need to stop and thank all those who have cared for us. I thank you for your support and the role that you have played in bringing us to this graduation ceremony. You have been our coaches, critics, counsellors, sounding boards, sympathisers and greatest supporters. Emerson, who was himself a teacher, aptly expresses the hopes and aspirations of today's graduates in the words, "To leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded." Today we celebrate a success.
I would like to thank Ms Campbell for her speech, the teaching and nursing professions, the caring professions. Very important to us. I would now declare this ceremony closed and invite graduates and their guests to join us in the marquee on the northern side of the Great Hall for refreshments.